Jody and our events team have been working for the last 24 months to put together a show for all of you that we believe will help you to take your businesses to that next level as you define it, living life on your terms. I think before we get going though, Rich, I was so impressed with that entertainment. I'd love to bring out my buddy David to have him come out and show us. Should we bring out David? You know those wheels that are spinning? Let's see this thing. David, are you around? Where's David? Wow. There he is. Let's welcome David out here. Let's do some magic here. Go ahead and spin. Let's see what you can do.
Wow, that's impressive.
That is impressive.
Hey, what do you say?
David's an amazing athlete, Rich, but I can't help but thinking if he can do it, maybe we could too. What do you think?
Maybe you could.
Hey, David, would you mind if I gave it a go? Can we see? Let's see.
Remember, you've got a speech later on today.
Yeah, we'll see. Let's go. Bring it on. Take the line.
You got it.
This isn't going to end well. So, David, I'm wondering, what if you and I did this together? What do you think? Could we do it together? David, have you done this before? Tandem? One time? Let's do it. Okay, what do you want me to do? Okay? Look low. Lean back. Spin us around, baby. Let's go. That's enough. Let's give a hand up for David.
Yeah.
That is harder than it looks.
And our fearless and intrepid president, Ryan Akusky.
Listen, the room is spinning right now. I have no idea where I am. But I get the distinct privilege and pleasure of working with Ritch Wood every day. Ritch is our CEO. He's our fearless leader. But more than that, Ritch has been a friend of mine for over 25 years. I am so privileged to be a part of this Nu Skin team, and I'm so privileged to have a partner who has not just a great vision, but a great desire to truly change the world. And he'll tell you more about that. So without further ado, let's introduce and welcome Ritch Wood to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, Ritch Wood. Let's go.
Welcome every one of you to Nu Skin Live. It is really an honor for me to be part of this amazing Nu Skin family that touches so many parts of this globe. And I welcome you because I know you've made a sacrifice to be here. Sacrifice of resources and time. I am confident that you'll walk away with a desire to be a better person, to make this Nu Skin family more and more impactful around the world. Let's get started right now. About 2.5 years ago, when I was asked to be the CEO, I did it because I felt like we had a chance to change the world. Now I recognize those words seem overly broad, maybe a little unrealistic or unattainable. Today I want to share with you what we're doing to change the world and our vision for how we're going to do it going forward. I'm going to start by sharing a quick story about I Am Pei. Maybe you've heard of him. He was born in 1917 in Guangzhou, China. At the age of 11, he tells about how he remembers looking into a hole that had been excavated where a bank was about to be built, where his father was going to be the branch manager. He decided at that young age that he wanted to build things. So he immigrated to the United States. He went to MIT and got a degree in architecture, followed by an advanced degree from Harvard in design. There's a philosophy in architecture that says form follows function. So you determine the function of the building, and then from there you determine what the building will look like to support that function. I am paid changed the philosophy. In words, only slightly, but in philosophy, significantly. And that is, form follows intention. Form follows intention. Here's a quote from him. Architecture can reach a level where it influences people to want to do something with their lives. That is the challenge that I find interesting. That's the same thing we at Nu Skin find interesting. This past year, at the age of 102, after being married for 70 years with 4 children, I.M. passed away. But you'll probably recognize some of his works. How about this? The Louvre in Paris, France. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland, Ohio. Or the Museum of Islamic Art in Doha, Qatar. How about the Bank of China in Hong Kong? Or the Gateway in Singapore? Maybe you'll recognize Japan's Miho Museum. Or L'Enfant Plaza Hotel in Washington, D.C. I.M. bridged borders, bridged continents, bridged religions and cultures, and touched people all over the world. Well, just like I.M. when our founders started this business 35 years ago, they did it with intention. And their intention was, we will improve the lives of people all over the world. And they did it with intention. We built a mission statement that says, we will be a force for good in the world by improving people's lives through our products, our opportunity, and our culture. If we're going to change the world, it will start with people. It's all about people. People are at the heart of the Nu Skin business and the Nu Skin family. Let me share a couple ways in which we're currently changing the world. I'm going to start with a story that jumps to Indonesia. And the reason I share this story is because there are principles involved that help change the world. Mei, in 2012, ran into some challenges with her family. Her husband had to take work out of town, and she lived in a small 3-meter by 3-meter apartment. That's about 100 square feet with her son. In 2014, she met a lady by the name of Elaine Irene, who became the foster mom for her son and began to pay for his school fees. And later that year, invited Mei to see if she would like to sell Nu Skin products. Mei said, that would be really hard. These products are expensive for me. I don't think I can do that. And Elaine Irene simply said, your life is hard, and you can do hard things. And from that day, she started selling the products, and today she's a very successful leader. There's a couple important things to learn. A trusted relationship will help us change the world. Somebody who's just trying to help somebody else out, and then inviting them to participate some way in our opportunity. I love this story. I'm going to jump to one more. This is in the Philippines. Love this story of Grace Cataan and Alvin Espulgar. This is a family also who had several challenges, but when their baby was born, they decided to try the Nu Skin business in order to help offset some of the expenses of having a new baby. Sure enough, she started by using the products. And after a while of using the products, became very confident that the products were good, and she started to sell AP24. This family's become a very successful Nu Skin leader. But this is what I love from her story. Her goal is now to help as many moms as she can with the Nu Skin business. There's another principle that when we find success and when we start to have results, we desire to share those with somebody else. That's how we change the world. And that's how Grace Cataan is changing the world as well. You may be interested to know that in the last 12 months, we have sold over 78 million products. We've had an average of 1.2 million active customers purchasing from the company every quarter. We have over 70,000 sales leaders that generated approximately $2.7 billion in revenue, and we compensated approximately $1 billion in sales commissions and incentives. Every single product, every dollar we pay,